we have a real large-scale martial arts school that we can base everything that we teach you guys off of. And it is a living, breathing organism with team members. We're right in the midst of it with hiring people, firing people, building, scaling, enrolling students, upgrading students, dealing with cancellations. You name it, everything that you're going through, we're going through at the exact same time. All right, everybody, welcome. Good to have everybody here. Let's get a big round of applause. Good job being back here today. Everybody's on live stream. Welcome to 7FD Live. Today is going to be an absolutely amazing day. We've got a lot of different things that we're going to be covering today and really want to give you guys some tools for success. I know some of you guys who were here yesterday got your brains full of lots of good things, got to go to the flagship dojo, got some individual, some pod training, some things like that. So I know it was a great day, but today's gonna be even better because we're gonna be talking about things to help you build your school. And for those of you guys who don't know me, or those of you who are on live stream, my name is Jennifer Waters, and I am the founder of Seven Figure Dojo. It's built off of the principles of running our own flagship dojo. I'm a second-generation martial artist. My dad, Tommy Siegler, he's right here. Let's give it up for Mr. Siegler. He started training me when I was about 3 years old at home because I wasn't old enough for the big kids class, and then eventually moved into that. But all throughout my childhood, the school was just not more than 100 students or so. He still had a full-time job. I knew it was possible for us to be able to grow a large school, just didn't know how. Avid martial artist, competitor. I've competed in kickboxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu, point karate, forms competition, you name it. I've been into it. And although we knew the ins and outs of martial arts, just like you guys, the business side eluded us. So at 18, I set out to figure out how to run a full-scale martial arts business. And at that point in time, I started traveling across the country, went to larger schools, got business mentors that really helped catapult us to the next level. And in a 4-year window, we went from $5,000 a month to over $1 million a year. And we've been doing $1 million ever since in the flagship dojo. The school still exists today. You guys got to see it yesterday. Pretty impressive, right? Yeah. And this allows us to have something really unique to this industry, which is we have a real large-scale martial arts school that we can base everything that we teach you guys off of. And it is a living, breathing organism with team members. We're right in the midst of it with hiring people, firing people, building, scaling, enrolling students, upgrading students, dealing with cancellations. You name it, everything that you're going through, we're going through at the exact same time. But you can shortcut success. And you can do that by not having to repeat the same mistakes that we've repeated, because we're gonna share with you the secrets to success. So overall, our goal today is to help you guys be able to create your marketing blitz. Okay, and your marketing blitz, it goes along with these 7 keys to 7 figures. If you follow these keys in order, you can build a 7-figure martial arts school. You could build a 7-figure business for that matter. Acquisition is first. That's what we're going to be talking about. How do you acquire new students? How do you acquire new customers, right? People that are going to pay you money to be able to come. Sales is next. Once we get into that marketing and we're getting leads, then we got to convert them over to actual students. So just because you're out in the community, your branding doesn't mean that you're actually going to get somebody in the door saying yes. The next thing we do is student success. We've got to keep them engaged in their journey. If they're just taking classes and they have no vision of what they could become, they're not going to be very successful long term. Think about it. How many students do you have right now that were with you 10 years ago, 15 years ago? For those of you who might have newer schools, that's maybe too long, but for the most part, students aren't going to stay around for 15 years, right? But they may stay around for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And so we're able to help them through with a student success journey. Ascension is all about, we start someone at a foundational level, but at some point they're gonna want advanced training. We need to be able to offer it. And yes, we need to be able to charge more for our expertise. You are experts. You are an owner and a high-class martial arts instructor, or you're here with somebody who is, and they should be getting paid for what their value and their worth is. And so that's what we do with Ascension. Leadership. If you've ever wanted somebody else out on the mat teaching classes with you, that's what it's all about. Or creating an organism and creating an organization rather that can run the school so you can come to events like this. Or you can just go on vacation for a week and not have to worry if the school is going to run or if something bad's going to happen while you're away. Going on vacation without anxiety is totally different than going on vacation with the worry that something might happen and you're going to have a mess to clean up when you get home. And leadership is all about having people in place where it becomes essentially a self-managing organization. Clarity. This is when you know your numbers, you can make decisions based off of data, not based off of emotions. And when you have absolute clarity in your business, it's a lot easier to run that business long term. Vision is about where are we going? Are we going to stay in this location? Are we going to grow this school one location very large? Are we doing multiple schools? What does personal and financial freedom look like for me 10 years away, 15, 25 years away? When you start getting to this level, now it's a totally different game that you get to play. So these are the 7 keys to 7 figures, and we're really going to hone in on a few things. Like our goals this weekend, we want to show you behind the scenes of how to run a profitable 7-figure dojo. You can have all the revenue in the world, but if you ain't profiting, you ain't doing much. Money's going in, it's going right back out. We want to provide you with the fastest way to success. We want to tell you avoid this so you don't spend time or money doing things that aren't going to get you the fastest results or the best results long term. And then we also want to give you some actionable pieces of information you can actually implement. Sometimes you go to seminars and it's like, well, today we're going to talk about very high level stuff, and you never get anything that you can go back and actually put in your school. And that is not what this is about today. Every piece that you're going to get, we want you to go back and be able to have something that you can implement directly into your school. So what is a marketing blitz? Let's just dive right into this. It's a concentrated effort to generate leads and lead flow in a very short amount of time. Sometimes we think in terms of, well, I've got to have my marketing game. I've got to be in a situation where I'm marketing all the time. And yes, you do want to be able to market all the time, but you also want to have blitz plays, right? We're always marching down the field in football, but sometimes we got to also, if we're, trying to be defense, we got to blitz that quarterback and we got to change the game. We can't stay on defense the whole time. So this is our way to get out of defense and to be getting offense going. The success of your marketing blitz really relies on 2 target audiences, cold audiences and warm audiences. Now you're going to hear the term audience a lot when it comes to Facebook ads or advertising. But it's also important to understand that we have this online and offline. There are cold audiences online and offline. There's warm audiences online and offline. We don't want to just think in terms of I can only market online or I can only market offline. For me, it's very much like, because I'm a kickboxer, if I went into a kickboxing match and I only threw punches, well then it would be a boxing match, but I wouldn't be doing really well in a kickboxing match, because I'm only doing one piece of what I know how to do. I want to punch and kick, online and offline. You want to have a 1-2 and be able to hit both of those. You're going to need at least 4 weeks to run an effective marketing blitz. Can it be longer? Yes. You could do 6 weeks. But if you've ever done something that's been concentrated for a while and you've gotten burned out, you've gotten really tired after doing it for a while, it's because you did it too long. It's better to concentrate your energy into a short burst that you can replicate later than it is to keep something going for 12 weeks, 16 weeks, half a year. You're not going to be able to sustain that level of energy. And if you have a team at home, they're not going to be able to sustain it either.